So this is the data set we got from Regal, viewed in the Pano viewer, their online viewing app. It's got a range of around about 1 kilometre. The grey bits you see are bits of moorland, but we can zoom into the barn itself, and these are the scan positions that they scanned. So there's probably about a dozen or so. Each one of those took around about 30 seconds to produce, and we get 3 different views. One is the point cloud itself, so you can zoom in and see the level of detail we get from the point cloud. Okay, what we can also do is view a colorized point cloud, which is the photograph overlaying the point cloud. It's not quite as clear because you've got all the black dots, but if you just want to see the photo by itself, there you go. And you can zoom in, and it's a pretty good camera that's built into it. Okay, we can look at the top view, back to that again. So you can navigate in from around the 360s and the tours, either from the top view, or you can navigate inside. So you can have a quick view, or anyone simply can have a walk around the compound, walk down the access points, and have a look and see what you've got. Okay, pretty good detail. That's Northern Survey benchmark. We can zoom in and have a look at those things. So for QA, helping out the drawing and providing information, it's all pretty straightforward and simple to do. Again, just clicking through and touring and skip around in the 360s. So of course you could use it for some sort of visibility, but obviously it's not the right height. This is all ground-based stuff, of course, so we're going to have to, it's one quick way. But you look at this, you could actually take this, you could actually do a photograph but with the doors open, so you can see all the detail inside as well. So going back to the top view, we've got some geometry CAD tools we can use. So we can do sections, or I'll show you the side view or ortho photo view first. So you can use this to generate any line that you want, you can generate. And this is the slider that is looking at the depth of field, the number of points that it will do. Press generate, and then it will do a section for us, or an ortho photo. It's really good if you want to just draw around, export and trace around different things. But also, if you're looking at things like vegetation, tree canopies, I'm guessing that'd be useful, because you can generate an ortho photo, or as you'll see this shortly, a section along any axis of the point cloud that you like, and any length of the point cloud. So let's just show you how we do a section. So again, just click on the line. If you look on the section as well, you'll get an angle as well. So as we display it, an angle will pop up. Anyway, what we can do is pull that and generate this. And when we generate, it says what sort of depth of section do we want to sample in the point cloud. Now, if we want to draw around something like the apparatus, we want to make that quite narrow. So when we export it, we simply trace around it if you want to. Okay, so that's the section. Again, you could use this for vegetation, canopy, line of sights out of buildings where it's attached, all sorts of different things. Because you could also import all your other point clouds as well. You might get all your LiDAR data that you've got from the drone into this software too. You can change the orientation, so landscape or portrait mode, and you can play about with the different colors, transparencies, color depth, depending on what you want and what the client wants, I guess. And if you do anything, just press refresh and it changes and does it again. I've just changed the depth of field on that. Okay, so yeah, so it's a fairly simple tool. Of course, the next thing is, well, what do you do with this? So you can export these out either as a PDF or as a DXF file to go into CAD like Bentley, or as an image, so you can cut and paste. But of course, you could just screen grab a section of it if you wanted to embed it into a report. Press one button there to export it all, and all of those sections, photographs are in the tablets or in the pull-down menus on the left-hand side, where it says side views and things. So we've got the side view in here. We just delete it, get out of the way, but they would all be listed. Right, we can also do a plan view, which can be very useful if you're looking at the compound or access points and things. So you can make this as big as you want. So just click on this plan view, generate a rectangle, and then yeah, just press generate, and it will. What I haven't done is it's going to be quite a busy one because I haven't selected a depth, a section through it. So it's basically like a section tool, but you're doing it horizontally. So you can section things through. I've got all the ground in there as well. Okay. Right, so yeah, that's being able to export the plan views. But there's a couple of other interesting things as well that I think could be useful to clients. So the first thing is you can share the link to this platform, either as a URL or as a QR code, so you can embed that. So your clients, the pilot, anyone could look at this. Of course, this is based in the cloud and it's stored for us virtually wherever we want it, well, where they store it. But then we can, if I'm on the ground and I wanted to look, or a maintenance manager or fitter or whatever, rigger, I can actually look at all this and say, well, this is the detail I've got, which can be a lot more interesting than just a 2D drawing or a report. So it gives a different way of delivering information about the asset to the owner, the asset owner. The other thing we can do, of course, is take dimensions directly from the point cloud. So pick up the dimensioning tool and pick this point. A couple of interesting things about this. It stores all these dimensions as well. And if you notice down the bottom, it's got a vertical angle. So that would give us the tilt. There are probably other tools as well we can use to get bearing or azimuth as well. And we can do this in either of the views, in the photograph, or we can do it in the point cloud. It really doesn't matter. So we make sure we're picking up the right bit that we're doing. Okay, so that is basically straightforward, simple. I think it's interesting to see what we might be able to do with this. Just one more thing I wanted to show you. So I don't know if these panos are good enough for whatever you need to do for visibility, line of sight stuff, but this is the panos that are inside the scanner. I don't think they're bad, but you could be able to tell me whether they're good enough for what you want to do. Obviously, they're all at ground level, but in terms of visibility, in terms of vegetation, line of sight and stuff, maybe they're useful. Can't really tell. You know that this market and what the clients want. So anyway, that's just another thing as well. The zooming out, you've got all that data in there, plus all the panos. Okay.